Hey everybody, it's Joric. Welcome back. I hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world and you're having a fantastic day. Today I want to talk a little bit about noise pollution here in Lisbon, Portugal. And as it relates to if you're going to buy, rent, or invest in property here, or if you're just looking to come for a holiday or vacation, it's a good idea to know what neighborhoods and areas might be more quiet and which ones might be more noisy. And I'm not speaking specifically about people and pedestrian traffic, thinking more airplane traffic, bus traffic, rush hour traffic, things like that. So I'm going to show you this website. So go to this link when you get a chance after the video. Many of you may already know about it. I wanted to give a quick shout out to Jones Traveler. As much as I've known about this site, I've forgotten, and he needed to remind me about it to put it in a video and talk about it because I just didn't think about using this, but it's a great tool to use. So thank you to Jones Traveler. Please check out their page too. They've got a lot of good videos when it relates to Portugal. So noise pollution. If you go to this website and check out this particular page, it'll give you decimal levels, and thankfully it's much like a traffic light, red, yellow, green, as far as the not so good areas or high traffic areas to lesser traffic. So let's start with the red. Lots of traffic throughout the day from the morning, let's say 6 in the morning till 7 or 8 at night. Much of this is two reasons. One, some of the arteries coming into Lisbon, the traffic from car and bus traffic, but most notably, it's airplane traffic. The airport is in the middle of the city, so with that, many places that you look to move to or invest in is going to have some level of airplane traffic. We, for example, live in Estrella and we're in a yellow area. We're right next to the red area. So where we are seated and where I make these videos, our apartment, as I look out our living room window, I can see to the south the April 25th bridge. As I'm looking to the south, and to the right, I see planes coming in for landing or going out after takeoff. Excuse me. And so we're used to the noise. We knew it when we were getting into it. Every 3 to 5 minutes, there's a plane that will take off or come in for landing. We don't have much for bus traffic. It's a couple of blocks away, one of the main stops. Our car traffic isn't that bad. So our area predominantly would be noise from an airplane during the day. Sometimes there'll be some honking that goes on with some of the narrow streets. Delivery trucks have to stop, make their deliveries so cars can back up, but that's not a problem for us. And I don't think that really causes much of an air pollution issue or a problem for us to invest in this property or for you to want to come buy or rent in this area. But you can see from the map, the red area, lots of heavy car traffic, but the airplane traffic. So if you're going to be staying, for example, in Campo de Joric, a lot of immigrants and expats move there, or people vacation and they stay there. It's a grid street system, so that's easy. I will say, a good chunk of it's mostly flat, but you're right in line. You're going to get a lot of air traffic. So when you're trying to have, let's say, a glass of wine or a cup of coffee out on a balcony or on a back terrace, you're just going to deal with it. It's something that you have to live with. And as you look here back at this map, there is the yellow areas, so those are areas where it's not as intense or as prevalent. And then you have this green, and I wanted to point out, it looks like a slice of pie or a slice of cake, this triangle piece, which is in the heart of the city center. And it doesn't mean that there's no traffic there. There's bus traffic, there's train in one area, there's trams. There can also be the subway, the metro system going under, so it's not necessarily what this website's about, the underground air noise, it's more air pollution. But this area is the number one area for the most amount of pedestrians, so you will get people noise in this area. If you're in parts of the Alfama or the Bairro Alto at night, a lot of people are partying in and outside, so it's a very festive atmosphere, but it can also create some more noise. So I don't want you to think that, well, you have this green piece of pie and that's the safe space to be able to buy or invest in a property or stay in a property that's not going to have any noise. That's not true, but you're not going to have necessarily the airplane noise. And as much as there can be traffic isn't going that fast. I don't think there's that much honking that goes on. I've been in the city center during rush hour, and it seems like people have been very respectful. But what you won't have is you won't have the airplane noise. Lisbon's not a city that has a lot of helicopter activity either. I think it's rare that I hear a helicopter ever here. But that's an area to think of when you're staying as an accommodation for short term, or if you're thinking more longer term. It's an area to invest in. Of course, it's expensive to invest in that area, but more power to you if you can afford it. Who's to stop you? But I wanted to show you this so you have a link now, just an extra resource as you're looking to move to Lisbon specifically and get a lay of the land. It is important to know the sound and what's going to be going on in your building or around your property when you are there. I made a video recently where I talked about a tram line going right outside a property as well as airplane noise. And the property itself, a very nice property. It's a great property, but just the location can be off-putting because as much as you are living in a city, you have to realize you're going to have noises and sounds and people and dogs barking and cars honking. That's any city in the world. But sometimes people are a little thrown off by the jet noise or some of the other traffic, air pollution that can go on in the city of Lisbon. So again, hope this is a helpful video. If you're not looking to Lisbon, there are other cities that around Portugal as well as around the globe that have these similar types of maps to give you a feel for noise levels. And I think it's an important extra tool to have in your bag when you're looking to buy or rent or invest in Portugal, specifically Lisbon. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video and enjoy your travels.